We're going to be talking about Commander Masters yet again today. There's some interesting stuff going on in the market where the boxes are going down in price, but the singles are going up. What is going on? We're going to discuss it in today's video. Welcome back to the channel, Mattcaster Mage here. If you do like my content, please consider subscribing and joining in on all the fun here. We do Magic the Gathering videos every single day on YouTube, and I'd love for you to be a part of that. So today we're going to be talking about Commander Masters yet again. I know I probably could be talking about Wilds of Eldraine. We did have some leaks yesterday, but I was on a hike with my wife and my cousin. But I will be covering a lot of Wilds of Eldraine stuff in the next few weeks because the spoiler season is right around the corner. But today we're going to be talking about Commander Masters because there are some interesting prices going on in the secondary market when we compare the boxes to the singles, and also wanted to show you guys some prices for double masters as well, the collector boxes there, and compare it to the collector boxes for Commander Masters. And before I do show you that, I want to know, just right now, put it in the comments, which box do you think is performing better on the market? Which one has went down? Because they're both down. Is it going to be Double Masters that's went down more? Or is it going to be Commander Masters? Leave that comment down below before we get to the data, which we are getting to right now. So first ones I want to show you guys was Commander Masters Commander Deck set of 4. Now, all of these were very hyped. I myself was really excited for these, and you know, it looked like that was being proven in the data. When everyone was waiting for those Commander Masters decks, everyone assumed after seeing the spoilers that these were going to be where all the value was going to be at, and then it popped up all the way to $384.66 and dropped all the way down to $274.92, but it started at $332.82, meaning that these Commander sets have dropped by 29% in value. Next up here is the Commander Masters Draft Booster Box. Now these have actually really tanked in value, starting at $307.25 and has dropped all the way down to $251.38, and it doesn't look like it's slowing down, at least anytime soon, and it's dropped by 18%. Now we're going to look at the collector booster boxes for Commander Masters. Now these as well, it looks like it's kind of stabilizing a little bit right now. There's a slight upwards tick at the end from yesterday, but as you can see here, $246.42 dropped all the way down to $173.86, meaning that these collector boxes have dropped by 29% from release day pricing, which is crazy. Now we compare it to Double Masters 2022. Now, what set do you guys think is better? Personally, what do you guys think is better? I think Double Masters 2022 personally for me is better. I like the cards in it, but I want to know what your guys' thoughts are on that down below in the comment section, because these boxes a year ago, just after release, started at about $291.51 and has dropped all the way down to $218.82, meaning that these boxes have decreased by only 25% compared to the Commander Masters boxes, which have dropped by 29%. Now, obviously, the data, I'm only getting a year's data here, but this is really close to the release date prices, August 8th. So, I mean, yeah, it might have actually went down a little bit more. It's possible, but as you can see right now, there's a 4% difference in the last year alone. Now we have the set booster boxes for Commander Masters. Now these are really being rejected by the market more so than anything else, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that, yes, set boxes are usually a little bit more pricey than the regular draft boxes, but not by much if you compare it to the standard product. But now this is like a premium product or not premium product. We had a massive price increase compared to the draft boxes by like $50+. So you're looking at $378.13 at release, then it actually dropped all the way down to $343.71, then popped back up in the beginning of July, and then as soon as those spoilers started rolling out, boom, went all the way down to $290.87, meaning that these boxes have decreased by 23% in value. Now we're going to look at the singles here. This is crazy. If you look at Jewel Lotus here, $70 at release actually dropped all the way down to $62.91 and then went all the way up to $76.97. So this card is actually up already by like $7 from release price, and if you compare it to where it bottomed out at, it's actually up by like $14, $15, which is crazy. Obviously a great card. I have seen a lot of them pulled though on YouTube videos, so it's not super rare. I don't think it's as rare as it was in Commander Masters, but nonetheless, the market really likes this card, especially at the price point. And you know, if we're not seeing a lot of boxes open up, it's going to make the strength in singles pretty strong on the market. Like people, like there's not a lot of supply compared to like Double Masters 2022, for example. Like there was a lot of box openings even just on YouTube for that, and then you compare it to Commander Masters, you're not seeing a lot of them. And you know, that's why the prices are being reflected this way in the market. But obviously, once these boxes start being opened up a lot more, you're probably going to see a lot of downward pressure on singles like Jeweled Lotus, unfortunately. Now we have Doubling Season here. This is another card. It is down below its pre-order prices at $64. It dropped all the way down though to $42.16 and then went all the way back up to $49.90. So it actually is up from its like the absolute bottom for $42.16. Who knows, it could go lower if there's a lot of box openings. It's still very early on in the set, but it has went up by 21.7% since its bottom. Now we have Fierce Guardianship, a free commander spell. Now this card is also up since its pre-release price, and it's actually up quite significantly from its bottom. Now its pre-release price was $35, dropped all the way down to $25.30, and then went up to $37.65, meaning that this card has actually went up from its release price by 7.4%. Now we have an interesting card here because it's not just a commander card. This is actually a really good card in Modern, especially mono green Tron decks, which are really popular at the moment. Now if you actually look at its price, pre-release pricing was about $30, $29.94, went all the way down to $23.32 for its bottom at August 1st, then went all the way back up to $33.70, meaning this card has actually went up by 12% since its release day pricing. Now we have Demonic Tutor here, one of the cards that was actually upshifted from rare to mythic. There's a lot of people that are annoyed by that. But you know what? It's obviously making the card a little harder to pull because it also is up from its pre-order pricing at $28.97, dropped all the way down to $25.09, and then went all the way up to $30.03, meaning that this card has actually went up by 3.5% since release. Now this is an interesting card. It never really went down, never really went up. It kind of like stabilized at its pre-order prices in its Cyclonic Rift. Started off about $26.93, dropped all the way down to $17.97, and then now is at $26.54. Last card I wanted to show you guys is Finale of Devastation here, and this single has actually went up from its release day pricing as well. That's pre-release pricing, I should say. $24.18, dropped all the way down to $18.33, and has went all the way up to $25.35, meaning this card has actually went up by 4.8% since its pre-order prices. Now, that's all the data I wanted to show you guys today. Let me know what you think about it down below in the comment section. Are you also in agreement with me? Do you think that once more boxes are opened up, you're going to see a lot of these single cards tank in value? It's just a fascinating point we're at in the market where we're right at that point where the singles, I don't know how much higher they can actually go. They're at this point now where the supply is just being outweighed by the demand. We're at this weird point where like we're seeing the singles hit this influx point where some of them are actually more expensive than they were before because of the demand. People really want them. They're like, oh, I want this new variation of this card, and the box is just not being open, so the supply is not being met for the demand, meaning that the cards are going up in price. But I know, like in my heart of hearts, and I think a lot of people will know that once these boxes are getting cracked open en masse, which they're not right now, you're going to see a massive drop in prices. And I think a lot of places are holding out. They don't want to open these boxes because, you know, just as a statement towards Wizards by the price increases that they had, they feel like it was overpriced for like the value you're getting in the set, which could be true, but we're gonna hit a point soon where it's gonna be very enticing to open these boxes. So I want to know what your thoughts are about that down below in the comment section. And with that being said, guys, I'll see you in the next video.
Use promo code Mattcaster for 5% off your order at Face to Face Games, Canada's largest Magic the Gathering store. Qualified orders get free shipping Canada-wide if you use our promo code Mattcaster at checkout. Whether you're buying singles or sealed product, use our code to support the show and get a discount.